On a ride. Let's take a ride, Steve. Magic carpet ride, Steve?
Not your
Are
kind
you
of
ready?
magic carpet ride. No,
Are you
hell
ready?
no.
In Steve, in light of recent events, without like letting the cat out of the bag, like right out the gate. Are you ready to go on a magic carpet ride with me?
No.
Fucking Jesus.
It doesn't matter what you do. I ain't going on that kind of... No.
Is there a... All right. Wait. Is there a dollar amount that could get you there? Because you are like fucking Scrooge McDuck nowadays.
I don't know. Maybe. There might be a dollar amount. Start throwing out figures and I'll let you know when to stop.
Wait a minute. No, I'm gonna like fucking I'm gonna put the caveat on this whole thing because you haven't, and that is that your wife would have to fucking sign off on it too.
For the right dollar amount, she'd probably be okay with it.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. All right. Anyway, let's fucking get this thing going, Steve. Fuck it. You ready?
No.
All right.
You're about to witness the strength of creep knowledge.
Good evening. Welcome to the Fortean Slip. This is episode... Oh, shit. What is it? 192? I don't fucking remember now. I don't remember, Steve. It's fucking 190 something. It's a number. It's a meaningless number.
Above 150. But below 200.
It's below 200, but above 190.
It is 192.
192.
Hey, we're almost to our 200th blowout show. You know, that's what people do, right? Show 200.
Yeah. That's how it goes. You know, tonight we're gonna party like it's 1999. Lance Windsor, hello, you bunch of mofos. How's it going? Well,
It's going.
Lance, it's going. Round and round. Where we stopped, nobody knows. Lance Windsor giving out free condoms at the 200th show.
You never know.
It's a possibility, I suppose. I mean, roll the dice. In some reality, somewhere, in some portion of the multiverse, maybe the Fortean Slip is giving out condoms for their 200th episode. In this version, I don't know. It's not slated. But then again, I can't throw out the chance that it might happen. Steve's done some weird shit before. Like He came on the show. Did you show the trading cards on the show last week?
I don't think I did. Did I?
I can't remember if you
did
the trading cards or not.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. So Steve has done some weird shit.
Oh, I do weird shit.
Oh, so what the fuck?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
yeah, I know. Like, of course, tonight, the night I don't take her out of the room.
I lost my trading cards.
Well, anyway, Steve does weird shit. So, I mean, could condoms happen? I don't know. What happened to Schrodinger's cat? Fucked if I know. Same idea. But we shall see. We shall see.
What did happen to that cat?
Or maybe we won't, Steve. I don't know, but I found out recently that Pavlov didn't use a bell.
What did he use? Or should I ask?
A metronome, I think, or something like that. It was something that made a sound, but it wasn't a bell.
I mean, I know the story about Pavlov's dogs.
Yes, because some smart ass on my like page, after I posted a meme about a guy said, the guy had posted this thing on Twitter that said basically something like, my professor said, does anybody know about Pavlov? And I said, it rings a bell. Ha 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 ha. See? And we all laughed.
It ticks a metronome, doesn't, you know?
Well, or whatever it was. Anyway, I don't know what it was, but it was something that they could measure. And I guess a bell couldn't be measured or something like that. But anyway, this smart ass on my like page had to inform me that it wasn't a bell. So he wasn't that smart. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't really give a shit. But thanks for, deconstructing the funny meme that I laughed at. Peter Higgins, hi everybody. Good vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes. Is it, Steve? Is it good vibes? Are you feeling good? Good vibrations?
I was just
like the Beach Boys.
That song was just running through my head. Did I ever tell you my Beach Boys story?
No, you did not.
It's because I don't have one.
No. No. Oh. I like some of their music.
No, actually, when my son was playing little football, they call it little graders around here, but
I thought you were going to say guitar.
The Beach Boys were in town, somewhere in town.
Yeah.
Driving through or flying through, I don't know. And the guy who was part of the league knows them, personally. Yeah. And they were supposed to come and do the national anthem for us. And, they stood him up.
Good,
so that's my Beach Boys.
Good
that's my brush with the Beach Boys. It never happened.
Did they? What was the other one that they did? The later hit. What was their later hit? The one that after it was in the 90s. I want to say.
Oh, the one in the 90s. What was that one? It was a good song. I remember it being a good song. I enjoyed it. But I can't remember what it was.
I can't fucking remember it now. God damn it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Are you talking about Kokomo?
Yes.
Kokomo.
Yes. Kokomo. Then they came out with Way Down in Kokomo.
It's not a bad song. I enjoyed it.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take ya.
But it was right in with their genre, with their type of music. It fit.
Oh yeah.
They could have sung that 30 years prior, and it would have been the same.
That fucking yacht rock shit. That fucking, I'm fucking partying in the fucking Caribbean.
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. Yeah, I was just gonna say Jimmy Buffett's made a fucking career out of that shit and a fucking chain of bars.
I walked past one of them. I never went in.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville.
Yeah, the one in Nashville.
I went there with my first wife. My first wife on our honeymoon. We went to Jamaica, actually.
Never been there.
And went to the bar. There was a pool at the bar, a water slide that came down into the pool. It was something else.
I can't say that I've experienced any of that. So,
yeah, I was there. Did a lot of fucking interesting shit on that trip. That was a fun one. I snorkeled. I'm not an ocean guy. Don't like the ocean. I don't like swimming with shit that's bigger than me, that can swim a lot faster than me.
I don't like swimming, period. So,
however, when I was in the ocean, I saw this really shiny fish that looked like a pickerel, and I was like, "Oh, cool! That's a really shiny fish that looks kind of like a pickerel." So I swam towards it, and
it wasn't a pickerel, was it?
And my ex-wife was like fucking hollering at me, and when I came up, she's like, "You fucking dumbass! That's a fucking barracuda."
Well, at least it wasn't, what was that? A Ray or something like that. You could have been Steve Irwin or something. That would have sucked.
Anyhow, but I enjoyed it. I had a good time when I was down there. I wasn't a big fan of being on a ship, being on a cruise, but I'm not a cruise guy. But other than that, I'd go to an island somewhere and like hang out, bring my Kindle, fucking read on the beach.
I think it would be neat to do, for sure.
Yeah. You could actually take a break from buying shit and go somewhere and hang out.
Oh, I don't know if I could do that.
Well, Steve, that's kind of like the whole idea is that you stop. You have to you have to let go.
Are there thrift stores there?
I'm sure they have something of the sort. I don't know exactly how you're going to get it all back. There'd be a lot of shipping. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to have all that as carry-on or
I could get
baggage.
You'd be surprised what I could get on carry-on.
Well, yeah, you are a pretty fucking... You're a pretty smart cookie
shit.
Sometimes. You're pretty ingenuitive, as they say, Steve.
I stuffed that Kia full. I can tell you that.
I've seen it. I've seen your wife's pictures. It is pretty fucking crazy. But anywho, I'm not gonna mince words with the people this evening. I give it to you, the people.
Wait, do I need to prepare for this?
You fucking already know, jackass.
Okay.
Don't fucking try. Don't try to act.
Wait.
You never do fucking well when you act. It's better when you just be yourself. Just be Steve.
You know what? I'm sick of this, Chris. I quit. Fuck it.
Well, look at you go.
I'm done.
Well, I guess that's the end of the show. No. I've been thinking about this for like a couple of months now. The like page in and of itself has become just this thing that I do like a fucking automaton every day. I used to sit and schedule it out for like an entire fucking week, but that just drives me fucking crazy. And paying attention to it all. And while doing this, while we're doing it, while Steve and I and Katie are doing it, is a lot of fun. And I do have fun with it on Monday nights.
At my expense most of the time.
At Steve's expense quite a bit of the time, actually. I think it is the end of a fucking era. We are in 2 months. Yeah, it's 2 months away. We're at 8 years. I will have been doing this for 8 years, pretty much every week.
Wait,
for 8 years.
So you're saying there will be no condoms at the 200th blowout show?
No, because we're not going to fucking probably make it.
Sorry, Lance.
Yeah. Between the bullshit with Facebook and what they've done to the like page and the fact that, I have a lot on my plate right now. Just life, and I don't want to deal with this right now. And I know it's only a fucking, people are going to say, hey, it's only an hour a week, but it's more than an hour a week. It's more than an hour a week. I can assure you. It takes more time than that. So, and it's that time that I have to be here. I can't be off doing other things. I have to make sure that I'm home, et cetera, et cetera. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. Now, on that note, I am going to continue to do the bedtime stories because I enjoy doing that. I will still be doing those live. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Facebook page, to be honest with you. Because like I said, I'm fed up with fucking dealing with it. I'm fed up dealing with Facebook. I was telling Katie and Steve before the show, I can look at my numbers. For instance, yesterday, or the day before, I can't remember which it was. I look at my page, and I'm at 57,513 followers. I get notifications saying this person followed you, this person followed you, this person followed you. Yada, 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 whatever. I get them all the time. I look at my page the next day. I'm at 57,509.
Well, Danielle's super excited.
Yes.
We're quitting, I guess.
What's yes? Is that yuck? No, yes is probably because I'm going to continue to do the bedtime stories.
Oh.
She likes the bedtime stories, too.
Okay. I thought maybe she was super excited that the show was done. Anyway, go ahead. Back to your story. Sorry,
Yeah.
I interrupted you.
What was I saying?
I don't know. Something about likes and stuff.
Oh,
I
the
wasn't
people,
paying attention.
the followers, going down. Yet I'm still getting notifications that I'm getting new followers all the time. So, and this has been happening all the time. A few months ago, I showed that I had like 57,000 followers, and then the next day it went down 1,000 to 56 something. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing, and I'm just, like I said, I'm done dealing with it. It's not worth it for me anymore. It doesn't reach the same amount of people. I've had people tell me that it doesn't even show up in their news feed anymore. Steve was just telling me before the show he barely sees anything from it anymore.
Once in a while. It goes in waves, but...
Yeah, see, she's happy about me keeping the story,
Well,
Steve.
good,
see?
because, I thought she was excited that I was going away, and,
Yeah. Well,
you motherfuckers won't see me anymore.
People should be excited that you're going away.
Yeah. No, you guys will have to subscribe to my YouTube channel that I never upload anything to.
Yeah. Watch your fucking auctions.
Hey, I enjoy doing those auctions.
You might not enjoy these people in there.
No, please don't. No, I've pretty much not ever invited them. No, actually, you know what? I don't care. People's people. If they are dickheads in my channel, they get booted. That's it. I got people. I got lots of moderators on my channel, unlike this one.
Yeah, and I asked Katie and Steve to, I told them that I wanted to talk to them before the show because I didn't want to just come on live and fucking blindside them with it.
That would have been epic, though.
Yeah, but I'm just, when it comes to something like that.
I would have been so upset with you. It would have been great.
No, you wouldn't have.
I would have been upset that you would have announced it on the show without telling me first. Of course I would.
Well, I wouldn't do that, so.
So it wouldn't have been as epic as maybe my mind was telling me it would have been.
I'm not that much of a for the show type of guy. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been thinking about it for it's been 2 to 3 months now and it's not that I don't enjoy doing it. Like I said, I don't want people to think that I come on here and I'm not having fun. When you listen and I'm making jokes and I'm having fun with Steve or Katie, I'm having fun. It's not fake. I'm not just putting on a fucking face. There's a lot of other stuff that goes with it. Preparation, stuff that I do before the show, after the show, during the week, that it's taxing and I just don't want to do it anymore because I have other shit going on in my life. I have a son going away to college that I want to, help support and spend time with. I have a future stepdaughter that I adore, that I want to spend time with. I'm hopeful that my actual daughter, at some point in time, will come back around, and you know. So I just want to have the time. I'm working a lot right now. And I just.
I'll tell you that, and this happened with my other show too, my morning show. It's tough, man, to build your entire life around 1 day a week or 2 days a week. We were doing that one 2 days a week, and it was tough. I mean, you miss out on things. You don't get to go. For me, there was 2 days a week that I couldn't go out and buy shit to resell, and so that I can't just pick up and go because I got a show to do. No, I can take the computer with me and do it from the road and shit like that, but it's not easy. But you're still taking several hours out of your day to get set up and ready for that.
Well, and then if I've got something going on on a Monday, I almost said Sunday because it's usually a Sunday, but I have to make sure that I'm back home, in time.
I mean, the dedication to the show, I wasn't as dedicated, but I mean, we spent 8 fucking years doing this shit.
Yeah, 8 years.
8 fucking years.
8 years.
Maybe a lot of our newer listeners probably don't realize.
No, they don't realize. They don't. I mean, you look at the number, like 109. That's not the actual amount of episodes to the show.
There's several hundred before that.
Yeah. Yes. So.
That was the reboot.
Yeah, that was the reboot. My fabled idea. Hey, I was done then. There's a different reason. I was
too at that time. Hey, Dave, what's up, man?
I was I recently separated from my second wife. About to be divorced, and miserable. Just miserable. So.
Yeah, there was a point. I can't remember what I think we talked about it a couple shows ago or a month ago or so, where I was ready to quit. It was something you did. I can't remember what it was at this point.
Oh yeah.
I think we figured it out. And I think we took a few weeks off back then, and that might have been when the reboot happened. I don't recall.
There have been some fucking. I've done some stupid shit.
At the beginning, about a year into the show, I think we were getting a little bold at points. And
oh yeah. We pushed a few fucking envelopes there. I remember. There's one, the fabled episode where I cut out what Matt said, because that was back before we were live.
Can we maybe on our last episode, because this won't be the last episode, right?
No.
Okay. On our last episode, maybe we can tell everybody what it was
that Matt said.
Yeah. Because I don't think
allegedly what Matt said. Listen, I'm regardless of what happened between Matt and I, I'm not going to throw the motherfucker under the bus when it comes to
that. It was epic because it was true. That's the funny part, but we couldn't
allegedly. Steve, allegedly.
No, it was true.
I can't remember. Katie, did you message me asking who it was?
I had a guess the last time, and I think after hearing you talk, my guess was wrong. So.
Yeah.
It was a librarian.
It's fucking Sharon Lee.
The librarian. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in Sharon's town quite often. I haven't run into her, thank God.
Is she still online doing her thing?
I don't know.
Like she used to?
I don't even know if she's still alive. I mean, she was quite a lush.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't a secret. That wasn't what Matt said.
No. Yeah. There's been some fucking doozies over the years.
Oh man.
There's been some fucking doozies. It's been a fucking long road, Steve. You realize we started. All right, so we're gonna break down all kinds of walls tonight, and I'm not gonna use a last name if you want to be a fucking detective, you can figure out who it is. There's been since a certain time I haven't mentioned her fucking name. But we started this fucking show when I was living with Nadia.
I thought we started prior to that.
No. We did the initial episode, the lost episode.
The lost episode.
We did the lost episode before I moved.
God.
But I was living with fucking Nadia when we started the show in California. Think about that.
I wasn't married. In fact, it was prior to Marcia ever moving in. Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, it was.
Because I had another interest at that point that we will not talk about.
You were living at your mom's old place.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, she's still there now, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
She wasn't there then. I was keeping her house for her while she, Yeah.
Was that the place? Was that the place where you kept your son like fucking Quasimodo in the attic?
Yeah, room upstairs. If that's what you mean. It was actually in the hallway. It was a big giant hallway that was.
Dude, listen, you were fucking trying to fucking make do when you were there. That's a Twitch thing, dude. That you're reading.
Yeah. Okay.
You were trying to make do when you lived there. I remember what you.
And I was a poor motherfucker. I had nothing.
I remember fucking talking to you. We were thick as thieves back then. We're super freaking thick. A huge bunch of us. But I can remember you, like, every fucking week was a struggle for you. Seeing you now, the way things are now for you, like,
it's
I'm like,
difference, isn't it?
I'm fucking glad for one. I'm happy for you. I hated seeing you like that. You were fucking miserable.
Oh, I was miserable. Now, by the time you knew me, I was better off than I had been prior to that. There was a time I was making $70 a week living in an apartment that I couldn't afford to pay for, and it was only $300 a month. That kind of thing. Couldn't keep the lights on. So I was working at the box factory when I think we met. But
yeah,
it was a shit job. I mean, it was a fucking shithole there. But raising a kid on my own, and he was still in middle school at the time. He was fucking out of high school. Well, he never graduated, but you know what I mean? He would be that age where he'd be already graduating out of high school now.
Right.
So fucking yeah, it was a struggle back in those days. And it's still it was still a struggle even after Marcia came along, and she straightened me out, obviously. But yeah, it was cool. But we struggled for a while.
Yeah.
We still, on occasion, do. The job that I do is never.
Excuse me.
The job that I do is never 100% guarantee that you're going to get a paycheck at the end of the week. So.
Yeah, but you hustle.
You fucking hustle. Should.
You hustle to fucking make sure that you're making your fucking money now. So.
I try. Yeah. I try.
I mean, you're always hustling as far as I've seen. So. I mean, just as I think when it comes to that for you, as long as you keep doing it, you're gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, we're fine. Yeah,
I think you're gonna be fine.
Are we where we thought we'd be at this point? No, but we're doing well enough that our bills are always paid. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, there has been times recently within the last couple of years where we had to eat peanut butter sandwich for a week or something, that kind of thing. But
but to make sure that the bills were paid.
And we were never. What did she say? There was one week where we got all the bills paid. We had 72 cents left or some shit like that. It's fucking crazy. That was about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, probably 2 years ago now. But I mean, but nowadays we're doing fairly well. Yeah. Not great, but we're okay. And so are you, man. I mean, you've come leaps and bounds from it. There's been a lot of shit. A lot of shit, going on in your life from the time I met you till now.
So, yeah, when you and I met, I was actually
you were married.
I was in recovery.
Yeah, you were married to Bronwyn, right?
No,
Yes.
not when we met.
When we met, I thought you were.
No, we didn't get married until later on.
Oh, my memory's
But
not
yeah, you met when you and I met. I was still in recovery because I'd found those groups on Facebook out of a necessity, a need to have like some type of connection with people because I was keeping myself like locked away in the house, like while I got sober. So you kind of met
Oh
me.
my
then.
God. I'm sorry, man, that I had to be the one.
What?
You know, you got, the sober guy and the non-sober guy, or the guy who's trying to be sober, and I'm the guy you pick. Yeah,
Well, I was talking to you. I was
I'm
talking
surprised.
to
Yeah, I
Jeff.
know, but I'm surprised you didn't start drinking again, or whatever the hell you were doing. I know it
Pills.
wasn't drinking.
It was pills.
Pills. Yeah, it was pills.
Yeah, alcohol was never my thing.
You had to talk to me all the fucking time.
Yeah. Hey, I mean,
I even thought about doing pills.
I enjoyed that shit back then. See, what people don't understand is back then, we would see pictures all the time from people. Like people would send pictures to somebody, or someone would get a picture, and we'd all fucking share it with each other, to look at, to like analyze it, and we would sit there and try to like figure out what it was and break it down, and it was like a little detective group. It was like our own little investigative group.
There was a lot of gossip and shit that went on too.
Yeah, and there was a shit ton of that. But I enjoyed like the looking at shit and like really like trying to take an unbiased look at this stuff and find the truth. That kind of kept me going for a while. So that's how it all started. And
90% of that group of people does not even talk to each other. And probably even 99% of that group of people just don't even.
Oh yeah,
talk to each other anymore. Even the ones that were really super close.
Oh, I know.
So
it's amazing to me what happened, like the splits that happened.
Mm-hmm. There was one that I never thought would, but I won't talk about it on air. But there was one that I never thought would. Those two were close as, but
thick as thieves. Would you say?
Yeah, thick as thieves.
Yeah.
I don't know. But neither one of they don't talk to each other. It was over politics. They don't talk to each other now.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, maybe, but
I know exactly what you're talking about. I won't mention it.
Well, I mean, it's none of anybody's business. It's not even my business. I just happened to meet somebody one day when I was on a trip, and they told me that they no longer talk to this other person. I'm like, what? Because I thought that relationship would last forever. So because that's how close they were, and that's the way the internet relationships can be. So it's amazing that we stuck it out all these years.
Yeah.
Now we don't talk all the time anymore like we used to, but I mean, once in a while you'll message me, and I never pick up the phone to talk to anybody. It's not just you, by the way. So I will not do it. I can't.
It's been ages since I've spoken to any of those people. Like, oh God, Jeff, it's been years and years.
Richter was the last person I spoke to.
I interacted with Richter within the past year on
Facebook,
really? I didn't know but that. I haven't spoken to him. He had made a post somewhere about something, and I fucking, of course, you know me, I can't fucking pass up a good opportunity to put him in his fucking place.
Yeah,
fucking asshole he is. But I
mean, things happened back in those days, and I wasn't happy about them then. But bygones are bygones. For me, I don't give a shit anymore. So, any of those people from back then called me up today and wanted to talk, I would. I
don't give a fuck. Ultimately, like, go do what you fucking gonna do or whatever. I mean, have at. to each their own. But
But
I
I do got to say to Richter,
don't
and
want nothing
all
to do
the
with
other naysayers from back in those days, Jeff, what's his name, Joe Masturbator, Mastrioni. Yeah, this show will never last. There you go, motherfuckers. There you go.
I mean, listen, and for the record, I am like letting it go. I am finally,
8 years later,
Yeah.
they told us we wouldn't make a year, that kind of thing,
Oh
or a
yeah.
few episodes or whatever, and because we had dirty mouths. And
I have
bullshit.
stick to itiveness though. So
Yeah, me too.
With
Well, when it comes to something I like doing, man, I'll stick with it.
certain shit, stick to itiveness. So
I'll tell you,
And-
my main reason for being here and continuing, I'm loyal to you. You wanted to do it, I continued to do it. That kind of thing. Even when I didn't really care to do it anymore, I still continued to do it.
and I've always appreciated it, and you've always been a great sport about it. So
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's been a few times where I've said a few things that are
As long as
fucking
you keep my
risky,
wife out of it, I'm cool.
but you've been great about most of it. Like, because I beat the shit out of you some weeks.
Well, here's the thing that people didn't realize at the beginning, and I hope they realize by now. I'm playing a fucking role, people. I knew what I was getting into
Yeah.
before I ever got on this show. Yeah, am I kind of like that? Yeah, but
Yeah. Well, listen, when I asked Steve to do it, I told him flat out,
you told me
you're
I think your
gonna
words were,
take a lot of abuse.
I'm going to shit on you. I think what is what your words
Yeah,
were.
like I just understand that, and we'll be fine. And he was like, okay. And then like, fucking, I think it wasn't even that long in when you were like, and I signed up to fucking do this. Like, and then like a year later, you were like, and I still come every week to fucking do this.
But I would never considered leaving the show. I've considered leaving the show, but not because of that.
Right.
But now we're both leaving the show, so fuck
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah, like I said, I can't anymore. It's not like I tried to say before, it's not that the show in and of itself, when we're doing it, this part is fun. It's all the other stuff. It's the fact that I have to take the time out for it, that I can't be out doing something else today, right now, or in the hours surrounding now. And this is generally my day off. So I just want to have some time. I've spent a shit ton of time doing this thing for 8 fucking years. Just week after week after fucking week. And I don't want to. I just want to relax and enjoy my fucking life. And like I said, the bedtime stories, those I can just fucking pop on, do whenever. If I'm fucking sitting home one fucking morning or one night, I can just fucking pop on, read the fucking story, take my fucking dab hits, bullshit, say hi to the people, bye-bye, I'm out. It's all good. It's a scheduled thing every week. And it can get in the way. And the like page is a thing that I fucking schedule every fucking day. And I'm just done with trying to fucking deal with it.
That's a tough thing to do too, daily. That daily shit is. I want to do YouTube. I want to do YouTube daily, but I just can't bring myself to start.
I was doing the scheduling for like a week at a time. So I was scheduling 7 days worth of posts in one day. And like by the end of it, my brain was just mush. Just mush.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the most mindless fucking shit. So, I don't know. And I'm sorry to the people that enjoy this. Like, and I know there's not like a fucking shit ton of you, but there are some. I am sorry. I am sorry that I just can't do it anymore.
I'm not sorry. Go fuck yourselves.
I am truly sorry. I did not I did not mean to lead you all on that I would just, I mean, I know we used to joke that I'm going to ride this thing right to the fucking ground.
We kind of did, though.
Yeah.
We rode it to zero.
Yeah. This show had a heyday a long time ago. Maybe.
For about
But
3 minutes.
But even then, not really. Les Eckersley, thank you for all the great shows. It's been entertaining. You're welcome.
Yeah. We entertain ourselves.
I appreciate it. Make sure you pull your fucking subscriber, your subscription from the podcast page, Les. I'll let Dean know to do the same. And thank you for being one of the only people that did that. I appreciate it. It's like, but yeah, there's so many things that I just want to do now. I just want to enjoy. I don't want to think about doing this other shit. I got a fucking puzzle over there I want to put together that I bought that I'm really, has just sat there.
Yeah, that's not, no, I ain't doing a puzzle. Fuck that.
Well, that's my thing, dude, not yours.
Yeah, good, because I ain't doing it.
Yeah. I got my fucking scooter coming. I don't know fucking when. It's supposed to be here today, but it's not.
You were all excited this morning about potentially getting your scooter soon. And then they gave you the bad news.
So fucking angry. So angry. And I'm going to want to just fucking be out on that all the time. I'm not going to want to have to come back here if I'm out that day driving around. It's
Peter, he'll still do the bedtime stories, so you can still you can find, and I'll still do my shit on my channel and the Bearded Pickers channel on the morning show, as long as we continue to do that. That one almost ended too. I mean, because you get burned out, especially when we're doing it twice a week,
Yeah.
So as long as there's still YouTube, one or both of us will still be around at some capacity, or Facebook or whatever.
Well, like I said, I'll continue to do the bedtime stories, and I will do the longer format ones, like the books that I can do and stuff like that. I do intend to do that, but like I said, that I can do at a moment's notice, like whenever. I don't need to have Steve and Katie or any other thing. I can just do it. So it's a lot easier for me to fit into my schedule. And this just it isn't going to work anymore. So I'm just no longer, I mean, like I said, we'll do a couple more fucking shows to wrap it up. But that's going to be it. I'm pretty much done with this, with the show. I'll still do the bedtime stories live as they are. I'm not going to fucking start producing those. Fuck that.
I may actually do more with my,
Prairie Fire. Hey, good to be here.
With my YouTube channel. It will not be Fortean related though.
No.
I've actually been thinking about starting another channel. I love like old electronic shit and fixing it and seeing how it works and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I might start doing that, or I might do some more of my reselling stuff.
There's a huge fucking demographic for that for like restoring like old.
No, I don't want to restore
and shit.
I don't want to do that. I just want to find an old piece of equipment. Like I'll show you one here. Just something strange and weird like this thing. This is a Video Title Maker 2000. So what this was is it's a professional title maker. It's exactly what it says. Back in the day, it would have made the, like our names on the bottom of the screen, whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But it's so fucking obscure, and I want to do videos about things like that, and so maybe that's what I'll start doing. Cool. Start a channel just for that. Now, it'll be a new channel. It might be my Sweetwater Legend channel. Maybe that's what I'll do with that name. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But the show did bear the Sweetwater Legend. So it's become this thing. Somehow it got crossed into my reselling shit. People are like, what's the story? I said, there really isn't a story. I mean, somebody made this thing up years ago.
The story
you and Matt have to find it.
The story is Matt found it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the story. The story is Matt
nothing.
found it and sent it to me. And
You gave it
we
meaning, but the
fucking
original
ran
picture,
with it.
original picture meant. I don't even know who did that. It's Wasabi Jones. That's all I ever knew the person by, and I still haven't figured out who Wasabi Jones is. I had ideas, but they were obsessed with Dance Moms and me. And so that's where that came from, and I still don't know. But yeah, it was a great thing. So now it's a trading card.
As it should be.
Yes.
As it fucking should be.
So yeah, so this show, parts of this show, in some small way, will live on, and that's one of them.
Well, I will. I'll get into the topic of discussion for this evening.
Oh,
might as well. Might as well do that.
Okay.
Bigfoot woo. I was having a fucking difficult time, and we've talked about like people in woo, but we've never like gone over woo really, I guess.
Right.
Sort of thing. Like we've joked on Johnson for fucking years now.
I got to talk just for a
them.
second about Johnson. Just for a second, I was watching something on the Jonestown thing.
Okay.
And all I'm seeing there is Matthew Johnson, and making the parallels between Johnson and what Jonestown did, or Jim Jones did. And oh my God, if you put those two guys next to each other, their ideals, the way they talk, same thing, same fucking thing. And I called it years ago, and I'll call it one last time. That's a fucking cult, and something bad will happen in the end.
Yeah, I don't like it, but
yeah,
it is what it is. So we all love the idea of Bigfoot. It's fun to talk about and ponder the possibilities. The online Bigfoot community can be a fun space to share stories. Hey, it's where Steve and I met. Theories,
space, though.
and have a little hypothetical fun. But there's one special corner of the Bigfoot community that most of us are ashamed of. Yes, Katie, we are. When we hear them make their outrageous claims, we slowly close our eyes with a sigh and hang our heads in disbelief. That's right, we're talking about the Bigfoot woo people. Woo! So what is woo? It's a derogatory term to categorize someone who believes in a supernatural or paranormal answer to Bigfoot's existence. In contrast, someone who believes in Bigfoot to be a wood ape would be called an aper. An aper?
Yeah.
I don't like that one. Woo people like to throw around the term aper to counteract their own shame, but it just doesn't have the same ring to it. No, it doesn't. Someone who becomes a Bigfoot woo believer if they claim to have had a supernatural experience with a Bigfoot. Someone becomes... I read that wrong. Most traditional Bigfoot stories include occurrences of hearing growls, howls, and knocks, or if you're really lucky, actually getting to see one. But a woo story includes more abstract ideas like telepathy, interdimensional travel, dematerialization, or even extraterrestrial involvement.
Sounds so much more exciting.
Yeah, it's so amazing. Or even like fucking predator cloaking shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Mindspeak. Mindspeak is a term used to describe special communication with Bigfoot. He spoke to my mind, Steve. Spoke to it. People claim to receive thoughts, ideas, or even full sentences from Bigfoot via telepathy. There is no audible evidence of communication. Rather, it is all through the mind. There is a surprising amount of people who believe in and claim to use Mindspeak to communicate with Bigfoot on a daily basis. Daily basis. To be fair, it is somewhat of a legitimate term in the world of telepathic research, but it has most certainly been bastardized in the context of Bigfoot.
You think?
Good old Bigfoot. Wormholes and portals. That's in the realm of our good old friend Matt Johnson.
Well, so far, Mindspeak and wormholes and portals, yes.
Are quintessential in Bigfoot woo. It's the mode in which Bigfoot travel. Some claim to see Bigfoot appear or disappear through a portal of some kind. Some claim to see the Bigfoot dematerialize, while others claim to actually see the break in our dimension that creates a hole for Bigfoot to crawl through. This explanation can take off into two directions. It's either an interdimensional being who can travel through the different dimensions of Earth, like Doctor Who, or is it an alien being not from Earth who uses wormholes to come to Earth? Either way, this theory is used to support and answer the questions of why more people don't see Bigfoot. If he's not a biological animal that is in constant form on Earth, it makes it easier for Bigfoot to stay hidden and less likely to be seen. It also explains away why we never find any bodies or bones. Because they portal away, Steve. Portal away.
Yeah.
Glowing orbs, Steve,
Ooh.
are another popular topic within Bigfoot Woo, leaning towards the extraterrestrial side of things. Many people who have Bigfoot sightings claim to have seen a glowing orb, usually orange, nearby or even being held by or attached to Bigfoot. Sometimes it's an extremely large illuminating light. Other times it's a smaller, more subtle glowing object. A lot of these orb stories are also closely related to UFO sightings and are used to connect the two. Sometimes orbs are believed to be the actual portal Bigfoot used to get to Earth. Dun dun dun. Many people who
So
believe
wait, it's like a handheld portal. They can just stick it in, like, if they
It's like
wore
a
pants, they can
portal
stick it in
gun.
their
It's like a
pocket.
portal gun.
That's okay. Maybe I could get on board with that. I like that idea. Yeah, go ahead.
Many people who believe in Bigfoot Woo also believe that they have a special ability to even be able to witness it. Not everyone can see what they see, Steve. It is a special paranormal ability to be able to experience Bigfoot revealing his interdimensional capability to you, or hers. That's why you don't believe in Woo. You just aren't special enough. You poor sap, Steve.
You know what my favorite part of Woo is?
What's that?
The one statement that they always make when you ask them to prove it. Prove it. Well, I don't have to prove anything to you.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my favorite. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's that faith. It's that faith argument.
I'm not a believer. I'm a knower. Now, to be
so,
fair, that's
so
not just a Woo statement.
to wrap things up, Steve. We go back to our good old friend, Magic Johnson. Dr. Matthew Johnson is probably the most important Bigfoot wooer to discuss. He's really pretty polarizing. He's been at the front of the Bigfoot community since the start, and in the beginning was considered pretty legitimate. And he wound up turning fucking Joe Rogan off from Bigfoot. He has a degree in
that's pretty good.
He has a degree in clinical psychology and has written several books on the topic of Bigfoot. In the early days, you could have called him an aper. He was a boots on the ground, flesh and blood kind of believer. But somewhere along the line, he went woo. And because of his credibility up to that point, he took a lot of people with him. He still speaks at conventions, and his most recent book was published in 2017. While he does have a large following, a majority of the Bigfoot community apers are disappointed in his turn of beliefs. Disappointed is a rather soft term.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fact that we're still talking about this guy 8 years later is...
Oh, God. He's just... I don't understand. I just don't get it. It's out there. Like, I have had some fucking pretty strange belief ideas in my time when I was younger and I was dumb. And then I grew up and I realized that things are a little bit different.
Look who decides to finally show up, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Fuck you, Dean.
We're not even going to tell him. Don't even tell him. Don't tell him.
No, I'm not even telling you.
Don't tell him.
You can go back to the beginning of the show and find out the news.
It's big news, Dean, and you missed it.
You missed it.
Life-altering news.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, the fact... I still don't understand why people follow people like Johnson. But after watching, documentaries on Hitler and Jim Jones, for example, this week, and any kind of polarizing figure like that, it's a pretty damn common thing. It's pretty fucking common and easy.
Happens a lot.
It's easy. I mean, just go to a local church, any church.
Yeah.
And when the preacher starts preaching, no matter how crazy his ideas are, there's amens being said
Mm-hmm.
from most of the congregation. Now there are some, that disagree and move on. But and I'm not just picking on religion or Bigfooters or whatever.
There's something about group mentality.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about group mentality, and once you're on a side, you want that side to be right. So,
But how the fuck do you go from being a normal everyday person to believing Matthew Johnson's bullshit? Now, I believe that Matthew Johnson believes it himself. At this point, I can't see that he doesn't. And that was kind of strengthened by me watching that Jim Jones thing this week. That dude believed it. He believed that he was doing God's work or whatever it was he believed. Enough to take 900 people with him. That's fine. That's scary.
it's pretty weird.
And I think now, does Johnson have the potential to lead 900 people astray? No, but maybe. You never know. And do I think he's going to make people drink Kool-Aid at the end? It was actually Flavor Aid, by the way. But no. But is something scary bad going to happen to those people eventually? Yes. They're going to get so wrapped up in what they're doing, especially with the feeding of wild animals, that one of them's going to get hurt. Now, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
Scientology is another thing. I mean, clearly a false teaching. Clearly. I mean, you can argue that most religion is false teaching. However, Scientology, above all, is clearly not real.
Scientology is a fucking shit show. But they're falling off, dude. I think now that their numbers are dropping drastically, I think it's going to fall off the fucking cliff.
I'd like to think that some of the former members have helped move that situation along, like Leah Remini and others that back her. They needed people. There needed to be a voice that people would listen to outside that was part of the church, but now is an outsider of the church to really kind of pull that whole thing down.
Mm. I don't know. I was fascinated by it. Like, I'm fascinated by the whole idea of Scientology and how it all went down, and L. Ron Hubbard and his fucking shitty science fiction, which I will fucking sit down and read, Dean, just for the fuck of it, just because I know it pisses you off. I'll read his fucking shitty science fiction, just for fun, just for you. Not because, I want to. Just because I know that it irritates you on such a level that I would waste my time reading his fiction. Didn't he really write more fiction than anyone ever?
I think that's the claim. Yes.
I think that and there's but there's a claim that his wife actually wrote some of it.
Well, I'm gonna guess that. I mean, just a sheer amount. There has to be somebody else involved in that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking weird. I fucking read somewhere that Disney's trying to trademark fucking the names of the Norse gods.
Yeah.
And people are fucking all in uproar about it. I'm like, yeah, as they should be. Here's
that situation, yeah.
So here's what a big piece of shit Disney is, okay?
Yeah.
So Disney has skirted public domain laws because they have a shit ton of money, is basically how they've done it. So because Disney is this huge fucking corporation and they have all this fucking money, Mickey Mouse, which is now or should be now under public domain, authors should be able to write about Mickey Mouse. They should be able to write a Mickey Mouse story. People should be able to use old Mickey Mouse clips. But because Disney went and fucking lobbied Congress, because lobbying, that's that wonderful thing that your government allows which is really, really fucking bad. And that you've allowed as voters because you're all a bunch of cunts.
Some lobbying, I think, is okay. Depend if you're lobbying for the rights of people, that's one thing. Lobbying for the rights of Disney is a whole different story.
Yeah. But so now they're trying to trademark the names of the Norse gods.
I don't think they're going to be successful.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Disney as a corporation is ruthless.
Oh yeah.
They've taken down Etsy sellers for selling Mickey Mouse shit.
Just
Microsoft
recently
is just
they went
about,
after him for the fucking Baby Yoda stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And I understand some of that. They're protecting their copyright. I get it, or their trademark, but they don't issue warnings. Oh God, no. They'll take you to court. Disney's one of the few companies that will take you to court just for selling something on Etsy, one item. And Microsoft will do it on a domain name or whatever. They don't care.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with those two companies. And unfortunately, because of the size of those two companies, you can't fuck with them. Now, do I think you should be going out and stealing their copyrighted shit? No. But they are ruthless when it comes to defending it.
It's a weird thing. I'm gonna skip the news tonight, Steve. We fucking rambled on.
I don't have any,
Yeah. Well, I rambled on anyway for fucking too long. So, but yeah. So we'll do. I don't know. A couple more shows, maybe. Something like that. I'll figure it out. But it isn't going to be that many more.
Oh wait, we were supposed to make Dean go back and watch the beginning of the show.
Yeah, fuck him. I don't give a shit.
It's over, Dean. It's over.
And that's it. I'm done. I've had it.
For real, Dean. We're not fucking with you.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with you. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the like page or how I'm gonna wrap that up or if I'm just gonna let it sit there. I don't know.
I would probably leave it be, although there are potential issues with doing that. If they pulled something 6 months ago, now you get, so who knows? Well, I don't know what I would do with a like page like that, but and the problem with your stuff is there can be some controversial shit there. Whether it's controversial, it's not political controversial, which I can agree with some of that, being protected, but
well, they nailed us for the gang stalking shit. I know that.
Yeah, I know it's bullshit. It's bullshit, and that started a few years back with YouTube. I remember them anything conspiracy theory they were starting to remove or demonetize or giving that channel a hard time, and I thought it was a bunch of bullshit at the time. As far as what was that one guy? I can't remember. He did a Bigfoot channel, and he kept claiming his stuff was, being hidden by YouTube or taken down by YouTube or whatever. And I thought he was full of shit. Oh, he wasn't, Yeah. And now we see the fruits of that, which is bullshit. But.
And like I said, Facebook's been doing it to me it's been a while now, this year. It's ever since they switched to this new version of Facebook. And it started the beginning of this year because all last year I was having amazing growth and I was posting it on the like page.
You'd send me screenshots weekly.
Yeah. I was fucking blown away by it. Blown away. And it fell off the fucking cliff and I don't understand. And you can't get an answer from anybody. You can't talk to anybody. So
the people that Facebook support, it's not that they're not helpful. They're fucking non-existent. There aren't any.
Yeah.
There's zero.
Yeah,
I'm having issues with Facebook myself on a totally different side of Facebook. They don't
fucking care. And it's fucking stupid. They don't care because they know that people will still use it. That's why they don't care.
Right.
So I'm just, I don't know. I'm over it. I want to just spend time on my life. I want to go do things. I want to not spend my time doing all this shit. So I'm sorry for that. If that affects anybody, if that upsets you, but Oh, I did see. I was doing one of my bedtime stories. I saw Gabby poke her fucking face in the other day. Hadn't seen her in a fucking dog's age. But,
maybe she's finally out of the institution. It's a joke, people. It's a joke. Maybe not. Maybe they left the internet there. Huh?
Anyhow, on that note, this has been the Fortean Slip, episode 192. Roses are red, Bigfoots are woo. If you like this shit, I don't give a fuck what you do at this point. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Don't share.
I don't want to promote anything. I don't want to fucking do anything. So we'll fucking do a show next week. Maybe one after that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Until then, see ya!